Alright, hello everybody. Today we have ourselves a Galaxy DX55 HP for Mr. Pac Man. Alright, Pac Man, this was a radio that was your father's, I recall. Very sentimental. You want to try and get it going. Basically, what was going on with this rig was the transmit was stuck being self-keyed, but with no output, which was very interesting to me. If you engage the Roger beep on it, it would peg the meter and do full output, just squealing. So initially, I had come down in here sometime many months ago and actually replaced TR 36, 37, and 38, part of the receive and transmit switching circuit. And I was kind of lost there because it wasn't short after I didn't come up with anything. So I actually dove down into this again yesterday and started probing around. And I did find that D81 was failure and D76 as well was failure. So I replaced the three just in case. I went through and replaced those three. These three are also replaced. And then, of course, we continued on with how we do. You've got 3.3 k ohm resistor at R187 and R174. Back at C190, we've got a 470 cap. And at C133, we've also got a 3.3 cap, okay? Everything's been gone through, bias has been adjusted on this radio, the entire thing's been gone through and tuned. I did try to do something with this here freak counter. On these newer Galaxy radios, there was, well, with the older ones like the 88s and so on, there was a fix for a hum in the counter, okay? You could either add a cap, I believe it was a ceramic disc cap, to pin 8 and to another section going to an IC. On those, I did try to remedy this. I did take it apart. I did put a 1000 puff cap in one area here. Usually, because these are the 2114 revision boards. Now the C and the B and the A, I believe, all had a voltage regulator mounted in them, where you could take the hum out, or you could go from the positive leg of that cap, run a wire over to it, to the voltage regulator, and eliminate that sound. Unfortunately, this does not have that. This is a D revision, so unfortunately, it's just, the sound is just in there. I've tried to add some additional grounding. I did the cap exchange, try and help filter it a little bit better. It's still there, but the AM receiver seems a little bit weak on this radio. So anyway, we're gonna bring it up that far because that's just how it is on this radio, unfortunately. That's 67. 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. That is 124. And you hear that? You hear that ticking, humming in there? That's the freak counter. Turn it off and it goes away. Notice that? But if we turn it on, that's just how it is, unfortunately, man. So we got you, that's at negative 124. %30 modulation, 1 kilohertz tone. Okay, so we did get the receiver somewhat cleaned up on it. It does hear pretty good distance. I did think about changing the first mixer, just to see if that would help if this thing ever got a absorbent hit on the front end as far as the receiver. I did change D16 and D15. I might play with that even after this is said and done, just to see if we can get that gain to come up, because I mean, it's super quiet even at the halfway position. You know, if it's even back here, there's nothing. You got to be almost at the 9 o'clock position for standard receive. But anyway, it is receiving. It is doing what it needs to do as far as the hearing. And it's hearing, you know, a reasonably well distance. So again, that's what we're looking at in that department. We will get her flipped over here and show you what it's doing for transmit. Okay, alright Pac-Man, we got you set up here. So we're going to show you here all the way wide open. This is a 10 watt element. We got you at a 3.5 watt all the way up. All the way down is nothing, okay? On the variable on the front. 1875016. It is plus or minus 20 hertz in tolerance. So, I mean, again, do keep in mind that the clarifier on this is just unlocked from factory. I don't know why they implemented that, but again, right there, it's center descent. So, it's there. This thing was tuned for you. You wanted it specifically set for best performance at a 1 watt because you're using it on a box. So we got her set there. We'll show you with a signal what it's doing, injected, and then we'll show you with the voice. Alright, so we'll bring the mic gain up for you. Wide open. There's our waveform here. You can see on our negatives, we're not touching there. Okay, it's a lot of forward swing from that 1 watt carrier, but it's cleaned up. We got a 50 watt element in from that 1 watt. Looks like 9 watts average. We'll hit it into peak, and we're just right there around 36, right around 40, 36, 40, somewhere in there. Okay, we'll show you what it's doing with the voice. Alright, we're just using a standard Road King 56 microphone. Same settings at that 1 watt carrier. I get a little bit of feedback from that other radio. Audio, hello, radio, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Audio, hello, radio, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good sounding audio, good sounding audio. Hello, radio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about it out there around a band. 715 out here around Wisconsin. 715 out here around Wisconsin. Waving a hand out there around a band. Come out. Oh yeah, audio, hello, audio, hello, audio. Alright, we're gonna pull that element out, and we're gonna put in a 100 watt. Alright, 100 watt element, so we're looking across the bottom scale. Audio, hello, radio, audio, hello, radio, 1, 2, audio, hello. Getting on down, getting on down, getting on down, getting on down. Alright, Pac-Man, well. So, everything's back to going for you, man. All your functions work. And we got her set up for the best performance at that 1 watt, doing between 40 to 45 watts for you. Appreciate it again, and thank you for your patience, man. Everybody else, appreciate you checking it out as well, and we'll have more to come here this upcoming week. Take care. Bye-bye.